What's up everyone, hope you're all well. Yeller here, and today I'm going to be going over 5 things you should be doing, but probably aren't or just aren't aware of. So I spent last weekend playing with a lot of you, and a few questions came up multiple times. So I decided I want to make a video to go more in depth to answer those questions, since maybe my previous guides hadn't covered them enough. So before we get into it, I do also want to give you guys a quick update. Season 2 is now less than 4 weeks away, and I want to let you know I'm going to do everything I can to provide the best guides possible on all the new levels as soon as they're out. Meaning I will be doing day 1 guides, and then as the days go on, I will be releasing more advanced guides on all the levels to help you all out as much as possible. Also, this little clip you're seeing here, I'll be releasing a block party guide tomorrow showcasing this, as well as the regular strat, so be sure to catch that one. Now as always, if you enjoy the video, give it a like, and if you're new here and would like to see more detailed Fall Guys guides, consider subscribing. Let's get into it. So the first tip I want to cover today actually has to do with Slime Climb. When playing, I found a lot of people aren't aware of the green siding at the top. You can walk along the edge and have no worry of getting hit by the donuts. You can see that in this clip. I literally stop and attempt to let them hit me. You can also do this for the final portion where the balls are, but it's not something I typically recommend unless you're in first place or you're really just not worried about someone grabbing you and knocking you off the platform. The next thing I want to talk about is grabbing. So you all know I love using quick grabs. I think they're great and they help me win a lot of games, but there are also 2 other forms of grabbing. And today I want to talk about the middle form of grabbing that I don't think most people are using. So if you find yourself in a situation where you want to grab someone, but you don't want to make yourself vulnerable and unable to grab again for a second like you would if you held grab until it automatically ended, you can just hold grab until it starts shaking and then release it before it ends. By doing this, you won't get the pushback animation, and instead you can just start grabbing again. Now, if you do end up getting the pushback animation, you still want to be pushing your joystick in the direction you want to go, as you will walk that way once the pushback starts. I would recommend trying this technique out and seeing if you find it useful, and my final tip in this video actually goes more in depth on where I do find this technique useful. The next tip is actually one that I got from a viewer, and that viewer is Hunter TW. So thank you for sending that, and if anyone else has any other tips they believe I'm not utilizing, feel free to send those over. I'm always happy to try out new methods. Now, on Fruit Shoot, if you find yourself behind other players or just need to jump in front of some other players to make sure you qualify, you can jump dive over the pink pyramid to get ahead of them. Or sometimes you want to use this just to make sure the fruit that's about to hit you doesn't knock you back down the ramp. I found this to be a very useful tip, and if I'm behind other players, it's definitely something I'm using in Fruit Shoot. Another question I found a lot of you asking is how do I bunny hop and not fall over? Well, the truth is simple. I spam jump as fast as possible and avoid jumping into other players. I found spamming the jump button is really the only way to ensure you don't mess up while bunny hopping. However, this is still a technique that I only use in certain situations. So if you're having trouble pulling it off and it's causing you more trouble than it's worth, I wouldn't stress it too much and I just wouldn't do it. And finally, a quick tip for Tiptoe. I may still release a guide on this level, so let me know in the comments if it's something you'd like to see. But basically, once you get halfway through the map, you need to be holding on for dear life. This level can be a pain, especially if you get knocked off near the end, so you should be holding people as much as possible so you're harder to target and knock off. The grabbing tip I mentioned earlier about not holding grab the entire time, this is a great level to put it into practice. In this clip here, you'll see that I'm simply grabbing and releasing and grabbing again. I find this is the best way to not get knocked off on Tiptoe. So give it a try, and remember, if you end up holding it too long or getting the pushback animation, just make sure you're still pointing your joystick in the right direction so you don't fall off. So that's going to be it for the guide today. Again, I really just want to say you guys are a great community, and I really appreciate all the love and support you've been sending my way. We're really growing a lot faster than I thought was possible, and I really just want to say thank you. I do everything I can to provide the best content possible and look forward to working really hard come Season 2. So again, thank you for watching today. If you enjoyed the video or learned something, toss it a like, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you next time.